All right, so we are getting into writing linear equations in the form of y equals mx plus b. This is slope-intercept form. We've discussed this before. We've also been able to identify m and b, so if I have a problem such as y equals 2x plus 5, you should be able to say that, look at this and say, okay, m equals 2 and my b equals positive 5. And then within this, we know that m equals our slope of the line, which we have discussed on how to plot points and then draw the various steepnesses of a line. And the b, this last number, is our y-intercept, which is always the part where it crosses the y-axis, and a lot of times when you're graphing, the starting point of your line. So you would plot your point at your y-intercept, and then you would do what your slope is. So for example, on this particular problem, or this particular equation, you would start at 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd put a dot on that line, which is our y-axis, and your slope is 2, and then 2 over 1 would be the fraction version. So you would go up 2 to the right 1 and draw your line. Okay, so what we are leading into is not just giving an equation and then drawing a line, but you're going to be given the line or given some points on the line, and you are going to have to come up with the equation of that line. All right, so the very first thing, it will be basically the last thing you do in every problem, is to be able to write this equation. And if we have m and b, if we've identified our slope and our y-intercept, then all we have to do is substitute them into this problem. Our y and our x are always going to be changing because our x is our input, and whatever your input is determines what your output is. So these are just going to remain variables, our y and our x. So for example, if I have m equals 4 and b equals negative 2, the equation will be y equals 4, because that's my m, x negative 2, because it is a negative 2. So the standard form is y equals mx plus b, but this plus can be a minus if our y-intercept is a negative. All right, so these are just some examples of how we would do this. If I have a line with a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of 5, the equation would be y equals 2x plus 5. Very simple. All right, over here, slope of a half, y-intercept of negative 1, y equals 1 over 2x minus 1. And then here I have negative 5 and 10, y equals negative 5x, and then I'm going to put plus 10 because it's a positive 10. All right, and that is the equation of all of these lines. So the main focus of the day, if I have my slope and I have my y-intercept, then I can write the equation of the line. Now as we move forward and we progress, you're not going to just be given this information. You're going to have to figure out what your slope is, which we did in our last section. And that's going to help you identify what your y-intercept is so that you can actually write this line. But bottom line is, for today, or for this section, is if you're given m, if you're given b, you should be able to put it into this form. All right, and then we could practice again graphing these from there. But again, you're probably given the line to be able to come up with this.